The purpose of this video tutorial is to guide you through the structure of the cross-cultural VTS unit as it appears on our class notebook. So you would have been sent the link to the class notebook and you'll be looking at it at the moment. And the first thing that you will notice is that there are a number of different panels to our notebook. Now, these panels are collapsible, and I will take you through the way we can use them now. So the first panel on the left-hand side is our main menu, and in that menu we have an introduction, we have our learning, collaboration space, course content, teacher only, which you won't be able to see. That's only the teachers in the unit will be able to see this, and then a list of students that are enrolled in the unit. Then in the middle we have a second panel, and this second panel has a series of sub-pages which are dependent on whichever option you click on the menu on the left-hand side. So I'm going to take you through those. Through those now, so that you begin to develop a familiarity with the way that the course is set up on Class Notebook. And as you begin to develop that familiarity, you'll become more confident in using the course tools and engaging with the course activities. So when you click on Introduction, you'll notice that 4 options appear. We've got Welcome, Your Teaching Team, Using this Class Notebook, and Acknowledgements. So in the first option, Welcome, there is the welcome video that you've already clicked on and you've already listened to. And this page shows you how most of the pages in the class notebook are actually set up. So once you've engaged in this particular activity, which this one is watching the welcome video, you'll see underneath there is also the option then to continue, and you can so it gives you a hint as to how you can continue through the course. So you can either click on the next option, which in this case is your teaching team, or you can click on a link which will take you to that page as well. So the next page is your teaching team, and you'll notice that there's a little arrow just to the left of your, and if you click on that, a drop-down menu will show you 3 further options. And so in this case, it shows you the 3 academics who are working in the unit with you. So there's myself, Dr. Adam Staples, there's Jane Smith, who's going to be looking after Group A, and Bob Jones, who's going to be looking after Group B. And when you click on those options, you'll be able to find information about your lecturer who's working with you. The next option in this particular panel is Using this Class Notebook, and that is the video tutorial you're watching at the moment. So it's a quick video tutorial to guide you through the structure of the unit. And finally in this panel we have acknowledgements for some key people who have helped me develop this prototype for the course, and who I hope will continue to be involved over the coming months as I begin to fine-tune this course. Obviously you'll be involved in that as well with the feedback you'll be providing. The next key component of this course is our learning. So if you look on the panel on the left-hand side, click on our learning, and a number of options will appear. So the first page is called Using Technology Enhanced Aesthetic Learning to Promote Cross-Cultural Understanding. And in this page is a short explanation as to why the project emerged. The second page is the rationale. So this is why the course has been developed and why I think it's important that we get involved in it in our current contemporary world that we live in. The third page is the main aim of the course. The fourth page outlines the main learning outcome for the course, and as the course begins to develop and as a number of iterations are run through, the intended learning outcomes will change and they'll probably increase. At the moment we've got one main one, but as we begin to understand what kind of learning does happen from this process of using visual thinking strategies, I expect the intended learning outcomes to probably move up to about 2 or 3 for this particular course. Evidence of learning is, rather than assessment of learning, there are going to be certain ways that we evidence how we learn in this particular course. And the evidence of our learning will be housed in our student directories, which I'll come on to momentarily. And then finally in this page, there is a visual of the learning sequence that underpins the course. So there are 9 main activities, and these start with an exploration of the course content and go through actually engaging in the activities, and then they finish up with feedback about the course. Going back to the panel on the left-hand side, we can now see the collaboration space. And when you click on the collaboration space and you drop down the little menu, there are 3 options. We've got Group A, Group B, and VTS sessions. So Group A is for the students who are from Australia, and Group B is for the students from India. And these are password protected because one of the components of visual thinking strategies is that the artwork that we examine, we're not meant to know about. So as Group A develops the visual thinking strategy for our Indian students, and as Group B develops the visual thinking strategy for our Australian students, their workings and their collaboration are kept password protected, so that the artworks are kept secret. But in each of these sections, the format is the same. So I'm just going to put in the password for the Australian section so I can show you what it looks like. In these sections are the 9 activities that we're going to be running throughout this course. Activity 1 is a collaborative activity in which we get to know each other. Activity 2 is a collaborative mind mapping task in which we investigate what visual thinking strategies is. Number 3 is a group collaborative task led by your tutor, where you practice how to use VTS. Activity 4 is another collaborative task in which you design your VTS session for the other group. Activity 5 is when you undertake the VTS session designed for your group by the other group. Activity 6 is reporting back on your learning. Activity 7 is designing further VTS sessions based on the feedback and the reporting back that you got from the first VTS session. Activity 8 is an individual reflective task, and Activity 9 is feedback about the course. So in the collaborative space, Group A and Group B have almost the same setup. Under VTS sessions, this is where each group details how they have designed the VTS session for the other group, and that's explained in more detail as the course progresses through. Under course content, we have some key documentations that can be used. So we have an activity checklist, we have references, we have different Web2 technologies that we're going to be using, and we have a series of links that unpack visual thinking strategies for us, and we'll be using those in the activities. The teacher section you won't be able to see as a student, and then finally what you will be able to see is your own entry as a student, and this is what we refer to as your student directory. So you can see the collaboration space and the course content, and you can see this one individual entry which is yours, and only you and I can see the content of that. And within there you've got your own documentation, you've got evidence of your learning, and you've got notes that you'd like to take throughout the course of the cross-cultural VTS program. So that's the setup of the space as it appears on Class Notebook. Take some time to familiarize yourself with this space, because as I said earlier on, the more you engage in this software, the more comfortable you'll begin to feel with the course itself and its content.